Awesome. Well, I'm ready to bring the heat. Got this prepared for you. We're going to be talking about one of our most successful students and clients and personal friends. I actually met her in person today before I flew from Dallas to Florida today. Her name is Bree Holt. She now owns a salon over in Dallas, Fort Worth, and she is on track to actually reach $1 million this year. And we've been able to help her do that. And so $1 million is a big number. But I know that each and every one of you guys, if you set your goals and targets high enough, that maybe that's something one day you can reach. Or we're going to show you how, even if your goal is just to make an extra couple $1,000s a month, 6 figures, whatever it is your targets and goals are, we're going to be able to help you figure out the right strategy to reach that goal. So in the comments, I'd love to hear too, because I am going to be reading the chats. What is your goal for 2020? What is your target? What is your goal? What are you looking to accomplish? Because everything that I'm going to show you will give you the strategy, and we can go much deeper as we come along and use the chat to ask your questions along the way. But I do want to know, what goals do you guys have for yourself? Because if you don't have a target, you don't have a goal, none of the strategy even matters, right? I'm sure 100% without a doubt that Elaine could agree with that as well. It all starts with the goal. It all starts with figuring out where we're actually going. V says $120,000 working 3 to 4 days a week. Andrea said $100,000. I love it. Shoot big, shoot for the moon. Let's rock and roll. So I'm going to show you guys how Bree grew her beauty business to multiple 6 figures, leveraging the Real Beauty Boss's butts in seat system without having any idea how to work social media or being tech savvy. How many guys get very flustered by social media and feel that you're not the most tech savvy? And I do want to share too that Bree is not our only success story. We have helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, many people. You've probably seen our stories, our ads, or something on the results that we perform for people and help people accomplish themselves. But they're all true. None of these are lies. These things all actually happen, and they happen every single day. People are winning across the industry, and so we want that for you as well, using these same strategies. Let's go ahead and dive in. How many of you have thought this? How do I actually generate clientele that gets butts in my chairs using social media without attracting discount shoppers and flaky time wasters that no-show me? How am I supposed to grow my business month after month without spending a fortune on paid advertising? How many of you have thought, how do I fill my books with my ideal clients year round and avoid the ups and downs of slow months? What is the right way to stand out and get people to choose me as the go-to for help rather than my competition? And what are the best ways to rebook my clients, retain them for a lifetime, and get them to refer people to me? How many of you guys have thought those things before? It is not your fault. Everyone is running around saying getting clients on social media is easy, but no one is actually showing you how to do it the right way without giving you a bunch of techno, babble, mumbo jumbo, right? Say like all this targeting, advertising, technical stuff that even sometimes goes over my head. You don't have to know all of that stuff, right? Everyone is saying my books are full right now, but no one is saying here's the step-by-step process for how you can do it, and this is how you are going to be able to keep it that way. Everyone is usually just yelling around, yelling at you and feeding you a bunch of general information instead of actually solving your problems, and no one is giving you a blueprint on how to grow your business online and actually attract butts in seats clients that pay and stay. You're losing your opportunity to increase your income, build your dream business, and book yourself out months in advance so you can avoid the stress that most salon, spa, and beauty pros have no idea where their business is right now, and they're on a hamster wheel from day to day. We want you guys to get off that hamster wheel. How many of you guys have been there before? Let me know. So what if you could say, I have a social media marketing strategy that consistently and reliably fills my books and generates me a lot of money month after month? What if you could say, I know how to get a new client on demand literally any day of the week, and I never have to worry about a slow month where I have to cut all my spending just to cover my bills again? What if you could say, I'm confident that every time I get a lead, message, comment, or inquire about my services, I know exactly what words to say, how to say them, and how to turn any conversation into a client or referral opportunity, online and offline? And do you think that would help you be more confident in your business as a whole and stress less about the numbers in your bank account that is affecting your personal and family life outside of work? How many guys are in a situation right now where business is stressful and it's stressing you out, not just affecting you in your business and you working with your clients, but also at home? So you're worried about the money you're making, you're worried about not making enough money, worried about keeping up with the times, the technical stuff just drives you nuts. How many of that affects you? I'm going to show you how Bree was able, like I said, to double her business, grow to multiple 6 figures using what I'm about to share with you. I'm going to show you a case study of how Bree took her business from generating 18 new clients a month to over 120 new clients a month in just 90 days. Now, maybe 120 new clients a month is impossible for you right now. Obviously, this is Bree, who now owns a big salon. But what if you could just do a little fraction of that? Maybe just 5 clients a week, 10 clients a week, 10 clients a month. How would that affect your business? So I'm going to show you how to do that all without being tech savvy and wasting any time or money on your marketing. And I'm going to show you the entire step-by-step daily social media action plan that can help you book 2 to 3 clients every single day so you can start using immediately after this class. And also how to use free organic client attraction methods that don't cost you any money, but can book you up to 5 to 10 clients a week without, like I said, wasting that money. And it's going to allow you to make money to invest into your business through ads that are going to run while you sleep, because that's where everyone wants to go. But you want to first prove your concept that you can actually book clients without dumping a bunch of money on your online platforms and advertising, right? So I'm also going to show you the right way to turn simple conversations into high-paying, long-term referral-giving button seats appointments. So why should you guys pay attention? You want the clients, you want to grow your business, you want to get what you deserve, you want to figure out this darn social media game, but you have no clue what you're doing right now. You want to figure out how to do it all without avoiding coming across as markety, sleazy, or salesy. And I want to make sure that you guys can use this today. It's not something that you have to spend a lot of time working towards. You can literally implement these strategies today that I'm going to be sharing with you. And I also want to show you guys how you can start taking deposits and avoid cancellations and no-shows so you can get some more money in your pocket as well. Because I know over the holidays, a ton of people that I've been talking to in our communities have had a lot of problems with cancellations and no-shows. Raise your hand if you have too. It's been a big issue for a lot of us. So we're going to show you what we're doing to prevent that by just taking simple deposits, what to say, how to say it, to be able to do that as well. So here's the harsh truth. You know that you need to be doing better right now. How many of you guys know you need to be doing better right now and that you can be doing better right now? Let me know. The harsh truth is, you know, everyone out there, there is people out there succeeding, right? There is people out there succeeding on social media, and you need to figure out what the heck you need to do. Time to figure out this darn thing on social media out and stop wasting your time and money. You spent way too much time to not make the money that you need to be making. Some of you guys have spent years trying to figure this out and you're still not getting traction, right? So it's time to make a change, take control of your business and your life, and make this year your best year yet. Hashtag 2020 takeover in the comments below. We're taking over 2020. So let's rock and roll, guys. So I'm going to skip the slide. I don't want to be redundant. I want to get to the action here. So what I'm going to do is introduce you guys, get a little intro to Bree Holt, who was able to accomplish these amazing results following our process. I'm going to share with you her story, and then I'm going to show you exactly what she's done over the past 6 months to now go to the point where she's getting hundreds of new clients a month, okay? So Bree started her journey with us, with Real Beauty Bosses, in May of 2019, and has since booked hundreds of new clients, doubled her monthly income, and she's booked out months in advance now. How many of you guys want to be booked out months in advance? She started out as a solo stylist, fresh out of beauty school, struggling to pay the bills in a very small town. And through a lot of networking, hard work, focus, determination, and a ton of failed attempts, she's cracked the social media marketing code while following our process. Her business is now growing up to 20 to 30 new clients per week, booking out months in advance, and her clients pay her up to $400 a service, which is well above the average ticket price in her area. And she does color, okay? Her social media accounts are consistently growing, getting high engagement, lots of followers, and most importantly, making her a shitload of money. Who wants to make a shitload more money this year? 2020. I know I do. Elaine, you want to make some more money this year?
Amen.
Who doesn't? Right? So let's rock and roll, guys. So like I said, Bree started fresh out of beauty school, found herself lost and confused, no clue how to build her clientele, make a profit, or run a business, because they don't teach you that in beauty school or trade school. Right? They don't teach you how to run a business. They don't teach you how to market yourself the right way. Katie was a marketing major at Texas Tech.
I was.
We shouldn't use any of that stuff.
Didn't teach me crap
That's
at all.
Right? After a ton of hard work, big learning moments, and failed attempts, she discovered us, and her business took off, on track to now reach $1 million in business this year. And in the past 6 months, her actual business has grown faster than ever before. And we actually ran the numbers. She's 10x'd her client base since we've grown with her, and we have the numbers to prove it. So in 2019, just this past year, back in May, Bree was just doing okay. And that's where maybe most of you guys are at right now. She was just doing okay. Yeah, my client base is okay right now. My income's okay. I'm comfortable, right? That's where she was at. She was getting clients, having some success, but failing on social media more often than she was succeeding. She was actually spending, I think she told me, over $500 a month just through things like simple Yelp advertisements, where she was spending money like every single day to hopefully get some clients on Yelp. She was getting invoice after invoice from marketing companies and people she was working with, and it wasn't getting her any more clients. And as far as social media goes, she was trying to run ads and boosted posts, having no clue what she was doing. This is one of the posts and ads she ran that we saw when we looked in her business manager. There's no words on it. It was literally some stupid little logo video, and it was absolutely useless. How many of you guys have like wasted a ton of money on Yelp, Groupon, Facebook ad boosts, Instagram boosts? How many of you guys have spent money on that stuff and it's never gotten you a single client? Tammy says me. Stacy says amen. It's a big problem, right? And this is where Bree was at. And even scarier than that, she was spending hours on hours and dollars on dollars online trying to post and boost random pictures and content, hoping and praying that clients would see it and magically fall in her chairs. It was a roller coaster ride for her month after month. It's a busy month, slow month, average month, no consistency whatsoever. She knew that social media marketing advertising was important and what she needed to focus on, but didn't want to keep wasting time and money on crap that wasn't going to work. So she spent hundreds of hours on YouTube and Google and attending as many free classes, trainings, and webinars as she could, trying to get as much information as possible on how to market her business better. Classes like these, right? But the only thing she was able to figure out from doing all this was that she was not going to be able to do it alone. There was so much information out there and she didn't know where to start with putting it all together or even where to begin, so she thought about investing into someone to help her. But she had tried marketing and advertising before and couldn't afford to spend any more money on something that was not going to work, right? And then she found us and the Real Beauty Bosses community and started following our systems and processes and taking action on getting herself out there online like she knew she should have been doing all along, but she just didn't know exactly how or what to do. And even though at first she was skeptical, hesitant, uncertain, she didn't give up on herself, and there was no way in hell we were going to give up on her as well. So we pushed her to get out of her comfort zone, follow our process, and do the work. And in 90 days, she got over 120 new clients in a single month. We have a video of her scrolling through the clients that she got on this month. It's no lie. If you want to see that, I'll post it in the group chat after this. Her books went from on the left here, a couple clients a week, to literally 3 to 4 times as many.
Wow.
When she started working with us, her numbers started to spike. She was very consistent, not really going anywhere. When we started working with her, things just started to take off because she had a method, a process, a system, something she was actually following that was going to move her forward. And it worked. The organic social media strategies, the paid advertising strategies, the funnel, the automations, the scripts, it all worked. So everything I'm about to show with you, it does work. And that's why I'm sharing this with you now, not to just boast and brag, say my stuff is amazing, but I want to get it into your head that this was someone that's just like you, just like everyone here that's watching right now. Bree was you. And the results just didn't affect her client base and her income. It allowed her to do amazing things like remodel her salon when she was able to get the income flowing. She was able to remodel her space completely. She was able to hire a new assistant to be able to help her with the day-to-days, help her take some of that weight off. A lot of you guys feel like you're overworking yourselves right now, but maybe you can't afford an assistant yet. It's because you need more clients, more money in the bank, right? So we were able to do that with Bree. She was able to purchase more retail so she could add that to her business, generate more income that way as well, and also take care of her family and coworkers. She even bought everyone in her family and also her coworkers gym memberships when she started to get the income flowing, which is awesome to hear. I didn't even know this till I talked to her about a couple weeks ago when I was building this presentation. She bought them all gym memberships because she cared and wanted to give back and make an impact on her community because she cared about the people that helped her and were around her and that she loved. And actually being able to spend time with her husband and her daughter and even go to her family reunion, things she couldn't have done before because she didn't have the time or the money. But by investing time and by investing money, she was able to do all of these things. And Bree has doubled her monthly income, has days where she's done $6,500 in booked appointments. Sometimes literally this $6,500 number came in while she was hanging out at her pool because she got her ads in place and was running for her while she was literally not even at work. And she doubled her numbers. The impact on her life has been unreal. So we decided to take everything she's learned, put it all together in a step-by-step roadmap to help others shortcut their success by doing exactly what Bree has done. But I know you guys don't give a crap about any of this. You guys are probably sitting here waiting for the strategy. So I'm about to give it to you. So we're going to show you exactly how Bree was able to do this. Put an exclamation in the chat if you're ready to rock and roll. Cedra put exclamation. Chelsea, Corey, Tammy, Ashley. Who else we got? Oh, there they come.
That's moving too fast.
All right, let's rock and roll, guys. So we want to get your phone buzzing with new clients like this. This is literally a video screenshot where Bree was posting scroll after scroll of all of the leads and opportunities that she had coming in. We want to get your phone buzzing like this too. So I'm going to show you the butts in seats system. This is the 3 secrets to a 6-figure beauty business. And it all starts with these 3 things, which is attraction, capturing, and booking. So the attraction is organic client attraction. We're going to talk about that here in a second. The second is paid social media advertising. And then the third is booking, rebooking, and retention. So we're going to talk about all these 3 things today. Everyone sucks when they are learning something new. Most people try to bounce around, jumping from platform to platform and strategy to strategy, hoping and praying that they will stumble across something that will create overnight success. So I want you guys to know that obviously it took 90 days for Bree to get these results, but that didn't mean that they just popped out of the blue. It took a little time for her to actually figure it out, right? And the results can happen very, very fast, but it does take you willing to be able to take that action, right? And be able to focus on one thing at once. Like you guys are doing right now. You guys are actually here focused. Hopefully your phone's out of the way and you're actually focused. All 80 plus people of you, right? And that's good because that's where it starts. You have to focus, right? So don't be the floating salon spa or beauty pro that is just running around in circles, not making any real money or growing. It's time to work smarter, not harder. So here's what you guys should be doing. First thing is input equals output. The amount of input you put in the right places will result in the output that you get through clients and through income. Every day you should be focused on starting conversations with new people in your local area and booking appointments through those conversations. Starting conversations, booking appointments, and doing appointments is all we talk about. How do I start conversations, book appointments, do appointments? Start conversations, book appointments, do appointments. Sing it with me. Start conversation, book appointments, do appointments. I want that to get in your head because that's literally all you need to be doing. You need to quit all the mindless busy work and start doing the things that push you out of your comfort zone and move the needle forward. So enough with this high-level chat. Here's exactly what you should be doing. The goal is to find people who are already looking for you. You guys would be surprised how many people out there are actually already wanting your services. They're wanting your cuts. They're wanting your colors. They're wanting your highlights. They're wanting the balayage. They already want it, right? So our goal is to find those people. So here's what you're going to do. The first thing you need to do is turn your profile into an appointment booking machine. I'm going to show you what we do on Facebook. You should kind of model the same thing through Instagram, but I would recommend we're going to start and focus on Facebook because that's the social platform that you can actually interact, connect, chat, follow, and spend more time with your followers, your friends, people you connect with, and on Instagram where people, we call that window shopping most of the time. It's a good place where you can share your portfolio. It's a good place where you can have people, liking your photos and sharing them and stuff like that. But on Facebook is what we're going to really talk about today. We'll talk about Instagram too. But I want you to make sure that your Facebook profile is turned into an appointment booking machine. So the first thing we need to do is focus on your profile photo. It should be a clean cut picture of just you, not your kids, not your cats, not your dogs, not your favorite TV show, whatever the hell you guys have on your profiles right now, not a picture of a flower. It should be a picture of you and your face because people do business with people and people are going to be doing business with you, right? So the first thing is getting your profile picture clear cut, professional, right? That's going to attract people towards you. And then your cover photo, I'm going to show you exactly what it's going to look like. I'm going to show you Bree's profile picture cover photo so you can model this. But also I want you to put links to your booking page in a couple different places on this profile. And also I want you to join 10 plus local Facebook groups. This is how we're going to be getting in front of traffic, in front of people in your local area. Okay? So let's take a look at what this actually looks like. One second. I'm actually just going to pull up Bree's profile if that's cool. I actually have a picture of it here. This is what I'm talking about. This is an example of an appointment booking profile. Okay? And on mobile, it looks even better. But you see Bree here, you immediately see her profile, nice and professional. You can see it's exactly her. If I saw her name pop up multiple times online, I'd start to recognize it. Okay? The next thing that we focus on is the bio here. So she does something as simple as start your beauty journey here. Get beautiful highlights, vivids, blah, blah, blah here. What can people get for working with you here? And then you're going to link to your booking page there. Also, you want to have that what you do there as well. Salon owner, hairstylist at Nova Hair Studio. Delete all other links that are there. I don't care if you used to work at McDonald's, Burger King. I don't care if you used to go to college at Texas Tech University. Get rid of that stuff for now. That's not going to lead people closer to booking an appointment with you. Put your business work here. This is on your personal profile. Talk about the business page later. You need to make your personal profile an appointment generating machine. Okay?
You just answered my question. I was going to say, should they have a separate page for this? But you're saying that it's important
to make your personal profile. And the reason we do that is because Facebook wants to connect people with people.
Gotcha.
If you're trying to connect your business with people, guess what? Facebook wants you to pay money to do that for ads.
Great point.
That's the very important thing. Like, just to kind of put the math to it, your business page only reaches less than 5% of the people who follow it. Less than 5%. Your profile reaches more than 20% of everyone who is your friend on Facebook. You will reach far more people above and beyond with your personal Facebook profile than you ever will with a business page. And
100%.
That's just the facts, just because
That's
Mark
a great
Zuckerberg wants your cash.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the answer is you want to do this on your personal profile. And if you have a private personal profile, I saw a comment come through, make it unprivate. Delete the shit you don't want everyone else to see. You need to start getting real. This is how you connect with people. The only reason your business isn't growing right now, you need to get in front of people. And the way we're going to do that is through Facebook, which is, guess what, a social networking platform to connect people with people.
It's called social media.
100%. So your personal profile needs to become an appointment booking machine. And this is how you do it. Literally the cover photo here links to her booking page. The bio here links to her booking page. More than just a salon, your partner on your beauty journey. Have a little tagline there. When you click on her cover photo, there's also a link to her booking page. If someone comes to see this while Bree is posting content, she's in a group, while she's doing any of the things that we're about to show you, if they come to this profile, there's a very high percentage and likely chance that, one, they're going to know exactly what she does. They may message her, or they may just book with her. We have so many people just make this simple change and they start getting more appointments. And it's so simple and easy to do.
Just because of people who creep on your profile on Facebook, because if you don't think that happens, you are wrong.
Yeah.
People creep all day long, all over your profiles. You have to make it blunt and obvious who you are, what you do, and how you can help them.
And the cool part of doing this with your personal profile is you can take the people who interact with your personal profile and invite them all to your business page.
Absolutely.
Every single one. So that's how we fuel our business page, but it starts with the personal profile. We call this the personal profile funnel. So I want you guys to screenshot this, take a mental note, 3, 2, 1, we're going to the next slide. The next step you want to do is block out time every single day to hunt and harvest for new prospective clients. So there's a difference between hunting and harvesting your clientele. So hunting, we're going to talk about here in a second, is where you need to be on the hunt for people that are looking for you already. And you need to be on the hunt to start those conversations. Okay? And then the harvest is going to be moving those conversations along and leading those closer to booking an appointment with you. So there's the hunt and the harvest. Okay? So we're going to talk about that. You need to block 30 to 60 minutes a day to hunt for your potential clients through starting conversations, getting yourself out there. Exactly what I'm about to show you on this next slide, the hunt. And then you're going to block out 15, 20 minutes a day to harvest your connections and move along your conversations or follow up with old ones. I guarantee you guys, every single one of you has probably gotten old inquiries, old messages, people hitting your inbox asking questions about your services. Have you ever followed up with those people and come back to them? Or did you just think that because they didn't answer right away that they ghosted you, they're not a good client, blah, blah, blah? Guess what? People get freaking busy nowadays. They're distracted. They have 100 million other things to worry about than booking an appointment with you. But what you can do is make sure you spend 15 minutes a day going back through those conversations or picking up where the conversation left off, or literally dropping in the inbox and just popping and saying, hey, are you still interested in booking an appointment? Never heard back from you. Popping this to the top of your inbox, things like that, right? We're going to show you all of this, but I do want you to get the concept of the hunt and the harvest. They're two different things, and both are going to lead you to starting conversations and booking appointments like we just talked about. So here's what you're going to be doing every day, guys. This is your daily action plan. So remember those 10 Facebook groups that I told you to join? You need to do that first. I need you to go to Facebook groups and literally search your city name or local city names and just join every single Facebook group in your local area. And the reason we do this is because there is literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people in these local Facebook groups that you can get connected with without having to spend a single penny. It's like a huge networking group all online that you can all get access to, but you're not taking advantage of right now. Facebook groups are incredible. Some of you guys may have come from my Facebook group. It worked, right? It's networking.
I did.
That's right. Right? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to join those local Facebook groups, 5 to 10 of them. And I want you to do this literally today. Go join them today. It takes no time. You just go to, if you don't know how to find a local Facebook group, go Google it. Be resourceful, right? So you need to observe the Facebook groups you join and look for community-based engagement, okay? So there's a ton of local Facebook groups out there that people in the community all get connected. They're all chatting about what's going on. Some of them are even looking for recommendations for who needs to do their hair, right? And there's people out there looking for you. So you need to look for these groups and join them all and go spend some time in them, learning and seeing which ones are going to be active for you, okay? The next thing you're going to want to do is literally interact and comment like a normal human being so you can build some credibility. It's pretty simple. Just go in these groups, comment on some people's stuff, like some posts, just show a little bit of activity in there. And you'll be surprised if you set up your profile correctly, like I told you. Sometimes something as simple as commenting on a local post or liking a local post, or even this next step, adding someone as a friend in a local Facebook group, they'll check out your profile. And if they're interested from what they see on your personal profile, they'll either message you or book an appointment with you right then and there. I'm not lying when I said literally we had someone do this a week ago And she said the next night after just doing my personal profile funnel setup, I booked 2 appointments. They just booked on my calendar because my links were there. And I was interacting and commenting in local Facebook groups like a normal human being, period. Does this make sense so far? Let me know. Because the third step, and this is where some people are nervous and uncertain to do, is friending 30 to 50 potential clients every single day from these local Facebook groups. Literally just going and adding them as a friend. In these local Facebook groups, you can go to a members tab and add them that way. You can go and do the activity that you're doing in there and start adding friends who are making the post, who are commenting on the post. People that look like your ideal clients, just add them as a friend. Because basically adding someone as a friend is inviting them to join your network, right? And you guys may already have mutual friends, things like that as well. So it's not even weird. But here's the thing, you guys just need to get comfortable with becoming friends with strangers. The only reason that you guys are not making the money you want to make right now is because not enough people know who you are. And the only way you can get more people to know you is be comfortable and confident by approaching strangers, period.
And think about how little people are actually doing this and know to do this. So when you're the first one, it's like unlimited resource of clients just by putting yourself out there. It's so
right.
smart.
And let me tell you this too, when you add friends on Facebook, not only is it going to bring them into your network, the algorithm works when you add someone as a friend. One, Facebook is going to start showing your content to this new friend to test out and see if they are interested in what you have to offer. That's one way, right? But 2, Facebook does this cool thing. Every single time you add a new friend, we're in Messenger, it'll say, hey, connect with your new friend, Elaine. And it'll give you the opportunity to like wave at her, say hello, say something. And guess what? No one freaking does anything with that. But guess what we do? And we book a lot of appointments using these strategies. Okay? So when we friend these people 30 to 50 a day, literally 30 to 50 a day, 30 to 50 a day, just adding the friends, what you're going to do is when they accept, you shoot them an engaging message. I'm going to show you what to do or say here. But it could be as simple if you're just getting your feet wet and starting, just hitting the wave button. You just tap it. It literally does it for you. And you connect with this new friend, right? And if you do that, you start this conversation. This person may check out your profile. They may see what you're up to. They may look at your content. They may book an appointment with you just from doing that, right? So adding the friends is crucial. Does this make sense? Elaine, are you following so far? You got any questions?
No, and I love it. It's so smart.
It's
A friend of mine did this in LinkedIn for real estate, and I thought she was crazy when she told me about it, but it makes sense. She just was like friending everyone she possibly could and just growing her amount of followers. So it's really smart.
Because you'll get so many new people seeing your content. You'll get eyeballs on you. You can even invite these people who are in your friends, like I said, to your business page. And it's just the best way to connect with them, okay? So that's the first 3 steps. Observe local Facebook groups after you join them, interact and comment like a normal human being, and friend 30 to 50 people a day. So you're gonna hunt for and keep a list or take screenshots of also those that may already be interested in your services as well. So on the hunt, not only do you wanna be adding these friends, but also there's a little search bar in each Facebook group that you can literally search keywords like cuts, colors, hair, balayage,
Stylist, blonde, any
stylist. Yeah, you can search these keywords and you'll find that there's a ton of people already asking for recommendations for a local colorist, cutting specialist, salon in the local area that can do this. Okay, and so every single day, Bree goes and searches these groups for those keywords, and she'll screenshot them. And she'll go ahead and do this as her hunt. And then for the harvest, she'll go back to these people and go and message them instead of like commenting and saying, hey, check me out. That's how it usually goes in the Facebook groups, is everyone's just going to comment and there's like a bunch of them below.
Tag
but no
their
one actually
business
reaches
page.
out. Yeah, tag their business page. No one actually ever looks at that. What Bree does is actually go and reach out to them, send a message to them, and say what I'm about to share with you on this next slide. But she'll actually do the introduction, and she'll just invite those people in for a complimentary consultation, and she books a ridiculous amount of appointments doing this.
Notice he said invites them in for a complimentary consultation, does not book the appointment right there in Facebook Messenger for a $200, $300, however much dollar service.
Yeah.
Very important detail.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about how to run a consultative-based business as well, because that's what you all should be doing. But for right now, the hunt and the harvest, the best way you can get started right now is get in those local Facebook groups, start adding friends, and start messaging those new people. And we're going to talk about Facebook and Instagram ads in a little bit, but I only want you to focus on that after you've proven yourself that you can book appointments without spending money on ads. I'm showing you how to connect from person to person right now. Okay? So groups you can join is something as simple as this. This is one that is very successful with Bree. I think this is either a group or page. You can also join local pages as well, and you can add friends from there too. But just search like mom groups, search business groups, search just your city or surrounding cities in Facebook, and go and join, like pages, and get connected in your local community through Facebook. And that's where the first starting point is, okay? Does this all make sense so far? Before I move on.
Exclamation in the chat if it does.
Is this all making sense? Do you have any questions, comments, concerns on how to connect with people using Facebook and Facebook groups so far? You think you could do this starting today? Because that's what we want for you guys, is to just get started. Because you can learn this all day long, but until you start doing it is when you're actually going to figure it out, okay? So now I'm going to show you exactly what to say when you're starting this conversation. So what the heck do I say? This is your intro script, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is immediately call them out and just say something as simple as, hey, Elaine, I saw you were in the, what's that group? The Fort Worth Moms group. I just want to reach out and say hi. Then tell them why they should pay attention. I own Jordan's Hair Salon, and I specialize in helping busy moms with blondes and highlights. Then I'm going to tell them or show my credibility. I can tell them, I can say one of my clients literally got her perfect shade of blonde in just 3 sessions. Or I could just show them and say, you could check out all my amazing results here on my Instagram account. So all my other blondes and highlights here. And then I'm going to give you a call to action and say, I would love to invite you in for a complimentary consultation sometime if you're open to it. And
that doesn't sound creepy at all.
It's not. It's really not. If I
Very authentic and organic and nice.
It's simple, right? And that's why, like, you can send this to literally anyone. I do this every single day to every new friend that I add. I obviously have my own version of this script, and you can make it your own as well. But I do this to every new friend that comes with me, and I get a ton of responses. And I can move that conversation then into an appointment. But just again, it's literally something as simple as, hey, Katie, I saw you were in the Fort Worth Moms group, and I just want to personally reach out and say hi. I own Jordan Salon. I specialize in helping busy moms with, let's see, Vivids, highlights, whatever. You can check out my amazing results here. I would love to invite you in for a complimentary consultation sometime if you are open to it. You open to it, Katie?
I'm so open to it.
Sounds good. Right? And here's what's going to happen. Like, they'll either message you asking some more information. They'll say, yes, I'd love one. And then you can take over. And like, I've almost never seen a negative response from this. And if there is, just delete that person. Goodbye. Who cares? On to the next one.
Toodaloo.
It's a numbers game. So the more friends and the more conversations you can start, guess what? The more appointments you're going to book. And that's what you can start doing right now. Does this make sense? Let me know. Literally, in our programs and stuff, we have screenshots of how this works time and time again as well. This is an example of how Bree approaches them. Hey there, so you were looking for a hairstylist. Would love to help you out. Here's my Instagram account. Same thing. Like, once you get it down, you can start just repeating it.
Copying and pasting.
Time and time again. And it works, right? So what happens next is the next question. Because you guys can all do this so far, right? You think you can do this? I want to know. Can you do this? The answer is yes. It's just a matter of whether you're going to put the time, effort, and commitment into doing it rather than all the useless random crap that you're doing right now. Okay? So let's keep moving. So what happens when you get interest? This is how you book the appointment. So we started the conversation. Now we're going to book the appointment. Okay? So what we need to do is ask and listen to their needs and goals. So, hey, Katie, what made you want to reach out? Why do you want a consultation? What has interested you in a consultation? That's the first thing I would probably say. Because I want to know what made this person want to reach out. And that's how you can actually get power in the conversation and get them actually just telling you exactly what they want. Sometimes people will literally pour their whole hearts out and tell you like, oh, I had this stylist that was awful and she ruined my hair.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, you guys probably heard that crap before, right? What made them want to reach out? You want to make them feel special. Obviously, make them feel like you're taking the time out of your day to care for their needs, right? So, hey, I completely understand. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you experienced that. I'd love to see what I can do to help, right? Don't lose sight of your main goal of this conversation, which is to get them in the door for the complimentary consultation. Usually what we say is, guys, like, you never want to go over price in Messenger, through text, through digital communication. It's just stupid because you need to see that person first before you know if they're even a good fit for you.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah.
And also, if you get them in the door first with the complimentary consultation, they may be spending a hell of a lot more money with you than if you just said, oh, I charge $100. because maybe it's going to take 3, 4, 5 treatments to get the color they want, which is usually the case. How many of you guys struggle with those people who come in and I want to look like this, and their hair looks like shit, right? It happens, right? So you need to run this consultative business and only focus on booking them for the complimentary consultation. If they do ask for price, you can reply with something like this, which is absolutely, I'd love to answer that for you, Elaine. We have multiple pricing options depending on what your goals and budget are. I'd love to go over the details when we meet. Are you available Tuesday or Thursday? And then they're going to tell me. And I just get the appointment booked. I skip the price question because that comes when they're in the chair. When you identify whether they're a good fit for even working with you, or whether you can even help them solve their problems. And also, they need to understand what commitment they need to make to get there, right? How long is it going to take? How many sessions? How much money?
Dropping price over Facebook Messenger has to be one of the biggest mistakes that we ever see made in this industry. 100%. And the fact is, like, you can't prove the value of your service over Facebook Messenger. You know, you may say, I charge $200 for a cut and color because I'm worth it. And that's great, and that's very much like the verbiage of this industry, but the fact is the client doesn't know you're worth it. They don't know you from Adam. They don't know you from the stylistic great clips down the street. They have no clue the difference.
The moment you drop price is the moment you get ghosted. You guys already know that. How many times have you guys, how many of you guys are guilty of saying it's $100 and then you never hear from that person again? Because that's not what they actually care about.
They don't know what they're paying that price for. They understand that they'll get a cut and color, but they have no clue your process and how above and beyond you're going to be able to go for them. They know none of that yet.
100%. So we're going to stop doing that and agree with them. Like, be positive when they say this, like, what does it cost? Things like that. Hey, absolutely. I'd love to answer that for you, Elaine. I've got a couple of different pricing options depending on what your goals and budget are. We can go over the details when we meet. Are you available Tuesday or Thursday? And then they'll answer. I'll say, perfect, let's get you booked. What's your best email and phone number? I want to get the email and phone number. That's all I care about really in this conversation, because I want to make sure that I can, at least if they don't show up to the appointment or they don't commit or whatever happens, I still have their contact information, right? I can add them to my list, maybe follow up with them over the long term, right? But what this is also going to allow you to do is email or call them to lock down the appointment, take a deposit, make sure they come in. It's super, super important. Don't leave things like only through Messenger DMs, stuff like that. Make sure you do get their contact information as well. And then lastly, just, hey, I got it. Just locked you in. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I will see you on Tuesday at 11 a.m. It's as simple as that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
2 in the chat if it makes sense.
2 in the chat if that makes sense. Ask and listen to their needs and goals. What's interested you in a consultation? What made you want to reach out? Make them feel special. Obviously, hey, I completely understand. I'd love to help you with this. Do you want to show me like a picture of what you're trying to accomplish? Obviously listen to them. Don't, just rush right into it all the time. People want to be heard. But also don't lose sight of the main goal and dance around question. You're trying to book them, right? You're busy. And then handling the price, we talked about that, and then just get them booked. What's your best email and phone number? Got it. Locked you in. Looking forward to meeting you. I'll see you on Tuesday at 3. Got it? Cool. Again, we've got screenshot after screenshot of how this works. It works. Trust the process. Because the truth is, there's really no one-size-fits-all magical script here. Just do 100 of these until you master it, and you'll be making a ton of money in no time. The moment I mastered the ability to turn a conversation into an appointment was the moment I made a lot more money than I was. The moment I learned how to take that conversation of interest and turn it into an actual appointment and have a process for it that was repeatable was the moment I was able to grow like wildfire. And the same goes for you. The same goes for Bree Holt and everyone else who's following these strategies as well. Eventually, you're going to find your routine and your rhythm, and you're going to become addicted to the process of booking appointments on demand, because you can literally do this every single day. Bree does this every single day. I was in the middle of a conversation with her literally last night, because I was talking about meeting up with her today before I went to the airport. And while I was in a conversation with her, she said, I literally just booked a wedding appointment for like $2,000 while I was having this conversation with you. I was just following up with someone in my inbox. Like, it works, guys, because she's gotten so good at it because she's done it so many times. She didn't just get good at it overnight. She's done hundreds of these conversations, right? So you're going to have to put in the work and the effort to, test the intro message, test your ability to go through the conversation, but just keep having conversations so you can keep booking appointments, right? So here's Bree's weekly routine of how she does this. This is how she puts it all together and how she stays consistent and avoids getting bored with it. So on Mondays, what Bree likes to do is she goes into all of her mom groups. So there's like Fort Worth moms, Dallas moms. I think there's like a couple other surrounding mom groups and stuff. And she'll just go and spend time in those groups and do the same strategies. Comment, like, hunt, and look for people who are already looking for her. And also, just add those friends on Mondays. And she's hunting and harvesting every single day, right? But that's what she does on Mondays. And on Tuesdays, she'll go into groups and just talk. She'll like make a post. She calls it Talk Tuesdays. She'll like make an engaging post. One good thing that you could do right now, which we show all of our students like scripts that you can post, which is as simple as like putting a backdrop on an image and saying something like, let's get connected. Where are you located? Here in Florida. And what do you do for work? And just posting like a conversation starter with the group. You'll find that sometimes these will get hundreds of comments. All people that you can like the post or like their comment. You can comment back on their comment, and then you can add those people as friends too. So she'll like start a conversation on Tuesdays. And Wednesdays, she goes into weddings and bridal groups. She communicates and gets connected in those. And that's the thing, guys. You can get like in Facebook groups in all different types of like niches and different types of people. We had one hairstylist, Jamie Galvin, which maybe some of you guys saw the interview we did with her, where she joined a vegan group because she's a vegan. She's like real passionate about being a vegan. And she did these types of posts like, let's get connected, where you located, and how long have you been a vegan? And she booked like a crazy amount of appointments from all these vegans. And so it can be, creative with the way that you join these groups. You want to find people that are going to be your ideal types of clients. So you need to think about like, who is your ideal client as well, and where do they hang out? Okay. And Thursday, she'll go into like the trade groups, the buy, sell, trade groups. And she'll do simple things like model calls, which I'm about to show you here in a second. But she'll also just keep adding those friends, keep starting conversations. And then on Fridays, she just spends time following up with all the conversations she started. That's how Bree literally goes through this on a weekly basis and is booking so many appointments. Does this make sense? You guys think you guys could get on a weekly routine to get this done?
Well, the first reaction people are going to have is, I don't have this kind of time. But if they measured how much time they spend mindlessly scrolling on social media where it's not making them any money, they could replace this for that and actually grow their business. So
yeah, you'd be surprised. Like if you think you don't have the time, we just did a whole video on this in our group. Like the only reason you think you don't have the time right now is because you're not auditing your time. You're not paying attention to where your time's going. You can find an hour a day.
I literally talked to one person today who's in the same industry, and she literally looked up after like 2 weeks of not doing these things and was like, holy crap, like I haven't been doing the stuff I know I'm supposed to. Where's my time going? And so she sat back and like looked at what she was doing every day, and she was like, wow, I spent 3 hours scrolling on Facebook yesterday and not growing my business. And now I'm in a crapshoot because I don't have clients today.
There's an app on your phones that's called Screen Time. You can.
I have it. It's scary how much time sometimes you spend.
I start to block my phone nowadays. I keep it on airplane mode. I turn on Do Not Disturb. Like I want to keep that thing away from me when I'm working. I want to get in the zone. And what Bree does is she just does this the first hour of her day, so that she just knocks it out. Like
wakes
in the morning.
up, knocks it out of the way. First thing, one and done.
Then you can do whatever the hell you want with the rest of your day.
And then you don't get stuck in the lie of telling yourself, oh, I'll do it when I get home. I'll do it when I
do
get
it later. Yeah.
As you walk through the door, it's like shoes are off, face is getting washed, and my butt's getting in the bed.
Yeah. So just make the time. Do a timeout on yourself. Figure out where all your hours are going and plug in 1 hour to designate to doing this. And if right away you still need to go through it, like you guys are going to get the replay to this. So rewatch this video for an hour a day until you get it, right? Because remember, this is only going to work if you work it. You have to work. It doesn't work for you. You have to do it. You do not have to overplan, overprepare, or wait to do anything for this to start working. Winners take imperfect action while losers are still building out their plan. How many people do you see planning their 2020? Oh, look at my business plan this year. And then they never do shit because they overplan. They plan, and then they never take any action. They keep procrastinating. They keep going in circles. They keep doing exactly what they did in 2019, 2018, 2017. It's the same year. Because you can plan all you want, but it's a matter of actually doing the work, taking the action, right? Here's even one of Bree's secret weapons that you can post immediately to get clients right now. I want all of you guys to pay attention. I'm going to make sure you guys are watching. Type a 7 in the chat if you're still here. You're ready to rock and roll. This is something you can do right now. take notes, take screenshots, whatever you got to do. This is something you guys can do immediately right now. Bree's secret weapon. It's called the Nova model call. And before you go crazy over getting models in the door, let me explain how this works. So the model call is something simple that Bree does. She does this whenever she wants appointments. She actually does this on one of the days of the week. She'll go and post this in a bunch of places and then follow up the following days, but it's super simple. You look for a model that you can actually get in the door for this complimentary consultation and get them to cover the cost of the appointment, like the services. And then your goal is to rebook, get referrals, and get them back for a full priced visit the next time. And so I'm going to show you how this works, but these types of posts you can make right now. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So here's how Bree made $3,500 in 2 weeks using model calls. She created a quick Canva graphic like you just saw on the Bass page. I'm going to play it again here in a second for a model call. She created a post that prompts people who are interested to reach out by email to collect that contact information for future services, add them to her list, right? The list is powerful. Then she'll post it in as many local Facebook groups as possible, preferably mom groups, buy-sell trades work, any groups you possibly can. And when they answer, she has them send in a picture of their current goal for their hair, or their current and also their goals for their hair. And then when selecting a model, she'll let them know that they are the lucky selection for a specific service, depending on what they ask for. And then what she'll do is explain how much the normal price of the service is and ask that all they do is cover the fee for materials. So I believe she charges them like $30 to $40 for materials and no one bats an eye. She covers the cost for this appointment. And when they realize the discount, no one has a problem paying this fee. So she's paying like no money whatsoever, only time to have the opportunity to get an amazing long-term lifetime client. And this resulted in $3,500 in 2 weeks for her.
Not counting rebookings.
And
when she said everyone rebooked to become a long-term client.
Right. So how this works is after you get them in the door, it's your job to get them hooked next, make them love you, right? Provide that amazing quality service, which Elaine is going to help you do. If they become a lifelong client or even give you one referral, you have lost absolutely nothing. You've made money. If they become a lifelong client or they give you just one referral, maybe they even buy one thing of product, you've lost nothing. You made more money than you were making when you did nothing, sitting around, dancing around on your website, social media pages, not making any money. And we're going to get into referrals and rebookings here in a second. But what she does is spend time every day checking this post and her email, and she just books appointments using the same strategy we just talked about. Somebody just asked, this is for hair only? No. We had an esthetician do this and book 10 appointments in one night last night. Literally last night. I have the results to prove it. I'll post in the chat after this. 10 appointments in one night.
She updated me on a call today, and it was 15 now.
That's just nuts. And that's new people in the door. New people that are now know about your business, that are now willing to pay for you to do the appointment for them and then pay you for the next visit or give you a referral for full price. And these are proof of people who had reached out through email. I'm interested in being a model for your studio. Say, great, can you send me a picture of your hair, blah, blah, blah. They send pictures, she gets them booked. Gets the people in the door. Looks just like this. This is the photo. She made it in Canva. Literally took her like 30 seconds. She posted this one, just a buy-sell trade group. Just said models wanted. She put the price at like $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 so people knew that it wasn't like really any price for it. Looking for a few models. Let me know if you're interested. Have a blessed day. And then she just says her business, models wanted. For more info, contact us here. Just email. And people were emailing her like crazy. The best way to attract clients that are willing to pay is to seek those that are already searching for you. And this is the best way to do it. Had a couple questions in the comments here. So curious what the esthetician did. Literally the same thing I just showed you.
Her service was a basic intro facial.
Yeah. I think she literally said like models wanted for specific skincare services. We can maybe post a screenshot or something in the chat. Or you can reach out to us, let us know. But it's that simple. She just posts this in a ton of places, had people reaching out to her. Cost her no money to do this.
The other benefit too, we've done this for new hires, and what happens is it's great for their morale that they're busy. You know, even if they don't have the client paying full price, the other clients in the salon see them as busier. They're getting the experience with handling a client. They're usually getting a gratuity, and it's better than sitting in the back room scrolling Instagram. So it's all around better.
I'm covering the objection right now. Like Bree, when she first tried this, she's like, there's no way I'm offering free services. But we talked about what happens when the lifetime value kicks in, what happens when referrals come in, what happens when product and retail comes in, and what happens if you just spend that extra time with that client, over deliver, and they fall in love with you. They tell everyone about you. They spend full price on that next visit.
Exactly. I mean, even Vidal Sassoon said it's better to do free than to discount, and I agree.
I mean, maybe you find out that this person needed a whole long-term transformation. Maybe you find out this person didn't even want just the color. Maybe she wanted extensions, and that's something you offer that's $1,000 plus.
Right.
Right? You don't know what they want until they come to see you. So really, this model call is a free, they're buying a consultation with you.
Right.
That's all it is. Because they may come in and they thought that they were just going to get this service, but you go through a consultation, you find out that they need something else for their problem. Right? And then you work it out. You figure it out. Right? In a matter of weeks, this strategy literally blew her expectations out of the water, helped her business grow exponentially. And this is not only one person. We just told you someone who posted this the other, like 2 days ago, booked 15 appointments. And before she had like nothing on her books.
She had to turn off commenting on the post because she was too booked.
Too booked. Sounds like a good problem to have to me. Right? So how much is one client worth to you? If this one client comes back every 6 weeks, which is the average in the hair industry, and maybe they only do cuts and colors every 6 weeks, 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, 120. It's over $1,000 worth to that client. Get 100 of those, you got a 6-figure business. Tia, who made that post, got 15 potential in 2 days. Bree booked what, $3,500 in a couple weeks from just this strategy.
I think it was across like.
And that's cash she got in the door, not the lifetime value. She got the cash in the door in 2 weeks, $3,500. It works, guys. And so you need to run your business like this. You need to market like this, and you need to be willing to put in the effort, because the effort will pay off. I promise you. In my opinion, these are the guests that we all want. We know what they need and want, or we know that they already need and want our services, but it's our duty, obligation, and responsibility to turn a first-time guest into one of these lifetime clients. It's our job to do that, right? If they're not a good fit, turn them away. You don't have to work with them, right? And that's why it's better to run this consultative style business and do things like model calls, because you can find out if this client is even a good fit to be on your books or not before they spend any money with you, before you work with them. It's the right thing to do. So here's a quick recap of the organic strategies that you guys can be doing. This is how to book 5 to 10 new clients every single week without spending a penny. Everything I just showed you, you can go do right now. Do you agree with that? You don't have to wait to do any of this.
You can be doing it as we're on here.
You could
do it within 15 minutes of Hop It Off.
So what you need to do is get your profile ready, start the daily action plan, and use model calls, and also get creative with more ways to create more attention for you in your business. You can use the strategies, the fundamentals, the things I just showed you, and go and leverage that in different ways too. Bree found out this way of doing it through just saying, hey, here's how you can do a model call in a local Facebook group. And she like crafted her own method, and that's what I just showed you. You can get creative with this stuff, right? So that's a quick recap of organic. But I want to get into the part you guys are all waiting for, which is the advertising stuff. So who wants to learn about Facebook and Instagram advertising while we're here tonight? Let me know. Who's ready? V is, Leanne is, Jane is, Colette is, Stacy, Sandy, Donna. Let's rock and roll. So these Facebook and Instagram ads have allowed us to go from generating only 18 new clients a month for Bree to over 120 new clients a month. We have another one of these videos where she just is scrolling through all the people that come through. But I do want to give you guys a warning. Despite the tremendous success with our ads and funnels, I would not recommend anyone skipping to this step until they have proven that they can book clients organically first. Our ads book dozens of clients a week consistently, but they are really just space fillers for our businesses because they are already booking so many clients organically. Like Bree, while she's booking 120 clients a month, a lot of that was from organic methods. And a lot of the best clients did come in through the organic methods, but a lot of them did come through the ads as well, which was running when she already was making the money and investing it back into the ads, okay? So whatever you do, do not spend your last dollar on advertising, Results will not always happen overnight. And if you don't have confidence in your ability to book appointments on demand already and run your consultative process, get your systems rolling, when you start to get a lot of clients, you're going to have an anxiety attack if your ads don't work right away. And if you're learning for the first time how to talk to someone who has no idea who you are through an ad, you're going to have a hard time, right? So the organic is the best place to start. Master organic and then invest your profits into paid advertising. This is going to remove stress and anxiety and have you building a strong foundation for massive growth. You don't want to build a house on sand. You want to build a house in a structured manner, top to bottom, or from bottom to top, right? Brick by brick. And this is how you do it. All right, you guys get it. Let's get to it. So this is our advertising process. Some of you guys may have seen this before. Some of this is the first time you're ever seeing it. I'm going to show you how this all looks live. So the first part is the ad. That's the first thing you see on the left. We call out the market. We put the advertisement in front of them. We create a high value in the door offer. We don't just say, here's my business. We create a real offer to get people coming into the door. Talk about that here in a second. Then we take them through our funnel, which is literally a two-step process. So I'll show you how it works, which we collect contact information so we can email them and text them. And then actually on the second page of the funnel, we get them to pick up the phone and call us to book an appointment right then and there. I'm going to show you how this all works, but this is all going to result in getting your books filled. Now, this may look overwhelming, but this actually happened using the same strategies. And the good thing is that like once you get these things in place, you can fill your books to wherever the heck you want them to go, right? There's no, minimum or maximum. It's really up to you. So first things first, when you're getting your ad ready, the first thing you have to do is get your offer ready. What am I going to offer people for their first chance to come into the door? And an offer is a lot different than just like, I'm doing a balayage. Like, what's in that balayage? What am I getting with the balayage? What's the process? You need to literally stack that all from top to bottom, what they're actually getting, right? Then you're going to get the image ready. Then you're going to get the copy ready, which the copy is literally just the words in the ad. And then you're going to get the funnel ready, and then you're going to launch. Simple. So what I'm going to do is show you each piece of the puzzle. The first start is the offer. So what we do, and it works probably 95% of the time for our colorist, is we basically walk through what happens in one of our appointments, and it looks something like this. So when you come into us, we do something like a 50% off your first cut and color. And when we do this, we don't just slash our prices in half for 50% off. We create this stacked offer, and we do the total value is this, which is double our price, and we do 50% off the value, not your average price, okay? That's some high-level stuff. We can talk about that here in a second, but this is what it looks like, the offer. You're going to get, when you come to us, our salon, you're going to get a custom look consultation so we can make sure to craft a look that you absolutely fall in love with. You're going to get color work completed by one of our expert stylists. Could be you, right? You're going to get custom shampooing based on your unique hair and its needs. You're going to get a relaxing head massage. You're going to get a custom cut completed by our elite cutting specialist. And you're going to get complete with a style to make sure you're put together and ready to conquer the rest of your day. How many of you think that sounds a lot more attractive than, hey, you're going to get a cut and a color? Because now we have a lot we're bringing to the table through value. It's value, not price, right? Does that make sense? Can you guys hear me okay? Someone said I was cutting out.
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. So here's an example of the ad image we use. Usually the best thing that we see for the ad image is to put something side by side, like a front shot and a back shot. You want to have a high contrast, in your face type of image that's going to scroll stop them in the feed. This is exactly what we're using for Bree. It's working right now. She's booking appointments every day. And here's what the actual ad copy looks like. You can screenshot this if you want. It says, hey, Fort Worth. We call out the market. We say, hey, are you tired of the same dull hair color, crazy split ends? Let's change things up a bit. For a limited time, Nova Hair Studio is giving away 50% off your first cut and color appointment with us to a select few people in the Fort Worth area. Click below to lock in your appointment. Here's what you get. Here's the offer. We're doing this for a limited time, so be sure to click the link below. Claim yours while it is here. If the link still works, there's an appointment available. We can't wait to see you soon. And that's the exact ad we've done to book hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of appointments for Bree. This is it. We don't run ad here, ad this month, running this special this month. We run one sexy, attractive in-the-door offer, one successful ad that we get working, and we let it run. And people come in the door, and we get those butts and seats. Time and time again. This is it. Screenshot it. 3, 2, 1. This is the funnel. I'm going to show it to you really guys quickly. So we right now, we used to use ClickFunnels for this. You could use any landing page builder for this. You don't have to get technical with the software stuff. That's a conversation for another day. But we take them to a page that looks like this, which is claim your offer. We have a picture. We let them know what they're getting in 3 simple steps. Show the best work, a little sneak peek at their studio, pictures, and then testimonials and social proof so that they know she's actually good at what she does, right? And then what'll happen is they'll click here, and then they'll enter their contact information to claim the offer. Remember I told you how important it is to collect that contact information? What happens here is this gets sent over to Bree and her team so she can follow up with them. Because I raised my hand and said, hey, I want this appointment. Now they can follow up with me. But then before it just kicks me off, what we do is say, almost done. If you give us a call to schedule your appointment right now, we'll throw in a free style consultation after your appointment. And guess what? Bree gets probably 1 to 2 phone calls every single day, if not every other day, for people who are just hot and ready calling to book an appointment. This avoids you having to dance in the inbox. This avoids you having to worry about having a brick wall booking page that's not working correctly. It solves a lot of problems in the fact that they just pick up the phone and say, hey, I just saw your ad on Facebook. When are you available? I want to book my appointment.
Absolutely.
It's that easy.
And think about it. What in the world even is a freestyle consultation? It is your opportunity to go ahead and upsell that person into retail, which is so important that you be doing. Every single appointment is ethically raising the value of your ticket price by selling retail. And that's what this consultation that they're now excited for, that they now see value in, that they now think is something so awesome that they're going to call to try and get this. They're going to, of course, take advantage of it because now they know that it's an opportunity to learn how to style their hair and to learn how to recreate exactly what you're doing in the salon, which consumers, or which, potential clients absolutely love.
Absolutely. And like I said, we used to use ClickFunnels for this. We'll probably drop a link where we can do a walkthrough on how you can set this stuff all up. Everyone we work with gets literally the copy and paste template so they can just go and edit their stuff and ready to go. But really, it's a really simple setup and process. It just works. Because what happens is, like I said, the information gets sent over. There's some automations that we even put into play where they get texts and emails when they come through. And then also Bree gets a notification every time someone goes through that. And it's as simple as that. Does that make sense? You got any questions on that, Elaine? Anyone in the comments?
No, I love it. And we've done really well with it in my former salon that my daughter now has. We have an ad out right now doing that. And it definitely, she has commented that when she follows up, anybody that she sees that opted in that doesn't call, she gives it a little bit of time and then she reaches out and calls them and every single one books. It's like you said, they just get busy. They opt in and they forget about it. So it definitely
I'll show you
works.
proof of what this looks like. Everyone we work with, we have a software platform that we get everyone on. And you can see like how many conversations we start with people. This is today's 1-8. We got 1, 2, 3 conversations that are already started today. Let me refresh and see if the conversation will load. Sometimes it's a little bit slow when we're on Zoom. But like this happened today. This is Bree's Salon. Conversations take a little bit to load, but you can see all these people, they're either calling, we track everything. Track the people who are texting, track the people who are calling through here.
I would like to schedule.
I would like to schedule. We track
Call.
everything in here. Here we go. So we send out automated text and stuff that says like, hey, it's Katie with Nova Hair Studio. Look out for a call or text. Almost forgot, if you need to schedule, call us here. She says, thank you. I was looking for a price on something like this. What can you help? She sends a picture. And then I'm pretty sure her team and staff just picked up the phone and called her instead of wasting any time dancing in the over text. That's the right thing to do, right? So this is the platform we use for all of the clients we work with, also all of our students. If you want to hear more about that, we'll post more information and we'll share here in a bit how you can get access to that. But that's the process and system we use for the advertisements. Does that make sense? And I do want to say that Bree told us to share this with you, that she is one of the least tech-savvy people in the world, and she is not a social media advertising expert. All she did was follow the steps that we laid out for her and took action. That's all she had to do. And she's getting, you guys saw like 3 conversations already today, and that was just from looking at it. Maybe she even had more than that, right? So now that you guys know how to attract unlimited amounts of clients using social media, let's cover the last piece of the puzzle before we wrap up here. I hope we're good on time. Are we good, Elaine?
Yeah, you're good.
Awesome. I'm going to show you guys how to get the clients to actually show up, pay, and rebook, okay? So what you guys need to do right now is start taking deposits. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Elaine, do you guys take deposits?
Anything that's over a 1 hour appointment, we take a deposit.
And most of the time, almost every appointment is probably 1 hour or more, right?
Especially corrective color, anything
Right.
that's longer than just a simple haircut.
So getting people to show up is all about taking those deposits, getting people to come in, okay? So Bree says this is non-negotiable at her studio. Our time is just as valuable as the client's time. When the guest calls in, we book the reservation and then explain to them politely that in order to save their spot, we require a credit card on file. We assure that nothing will be charged to their card until the day of their appointment. We tell them that we do have a 50% off service charge if they no-show that day. The way I see it is if they plan on keeping their appointment, they will have no reservations about giving us the credit card info. If they do not leave a credit card number, they probably weren't going to show up in the first place. That is not the type of clientele we want in our studio. And at that point, we cut our losses and move on to the next one. And also in online booking, she also requires a credit card too. And if they don't, it won't allow them to book. So literally as simple as taking a deposit will solve all of your no-show cancellation problems. Let me know if you guys struggle with that. And if you're going to start doing this, because it's that simple. Like, this is what she does. And it solved all of her problems. Because at first she wasn't doing that through her ads and like through a lot of these strategies, and she was getting a lot of people not showing up. She started doing this. They all started showing up. You did that for another stylist salon owner too.
Absolutely. In Rockwall, Texas, there is Heath Salon and Spa, and in one singular month, they got 19 no-shows, and the owner was absolutely freaking out, came to me and said, what can we do? I said, did you take a deposit for anyone? She said, no. So I said, here's the only thing I want you to change next month is as soon as you book the appointment, get a credit card and let them know that their appointment is not on your books until that credit card is taken. Very next month, she only had 2 no-shows, and guess what? Those 2 people are 2 of the very first ones that she forgot to take deposits for.
Yep.
It solves the problem.
100%. So just do it. What if they call and cancel the day before? You want to implement your own policy. So like, obviously, if they, have to reschedule or cancel or something like that, like give them a 24-hour, 48-hour buffer time. Elaine, maybe that's something you guys do too?
We do. And, we really have to enforce it for the chronic people. Most people, if they're courteous about calling you and letting you know they had some sort of emergency,
Right.
will let it slide the first time. But it's those people you see on the forums, oh, this lady just, no-showed for the 3rd time. I'm like, how was there a 2nd and a 3rd visit on the
Right.
book? After you no-show once, you have to give us your credit card. And to your point that Bree said, if they hem and haw about, they'll say, I don't have a credit card. I'm like, yeah, who doesn't have a credit card? But they're the ones that have no intention of showing up. So it's usually a red flag anyway.
100%. And you'll deal with those problems later on. Like, just start doing it, right? That's all I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure we get through all of this. So this is what you do when you get the client in the door. You want to have a thorough consultation like we've been talking about this whole time. You want to have an amazing attitude and deliver amazing service. You want to start discussing rebooking with the client while they are receiving their service and their treatment. Talk about, how often do they come back? What are they looking to do in the future? Do they like to try new things? Get to know them. Start discussing the rebooking abilities while they're receiving the treatment. Talk about what their future goals are for the next visit, when they need to come back, and then you're going to book their next appointment then and there. Don't ever rely on the client to get back to you. It's not going to happen. There's so many distractions. You're actually doing them a favor by getting them something on the calendar. For me, if something's not on the calendar, it doesn't get done. So just book them then and there. Then give out referral cards to everyone every single time to get more referrals. And you can even add this in too, just asking for the referral at the end of the appointment too. We had an esthetician, Joanna, who just did this one strategy of starting to ask who that person knew that could also benefit from the services that day. And just by asking and making the offer out there to say, hey, who do you know that would also be interested in this? She started booking how many more appointments?
What happened was in 1 month, she tripled her numbers. She
Tripled.
tripled her business because every single client, she wasn't just getting one name, you guys. She was getting like 3 to 5 people out of one person. So like one client would say, oh yeah, I think my aunt, my daughter, and my sister would be really good for you. And they would literally just give her the contact info. She'd book the appointment the same day. She was literally booked solid. And now she's in the process of hiring an assistant and finding a bigger location.
100%.
All after 1 month of simply making one change to add referrals.
So do that with every single client. You will make more money. I promise you. And here's what she does for her referral cards. It's super simple. It says refer a friend on the front, and then it says have a friend present this card at their appointment. You'll both receive $10, $20, $30 off your next service, whatever you want to do. Name referred by. She just gives these out to literally everybody so that she's always prospecting, always marketing herself. You can go get these at like vistaprint.com. It's really simple. So here's the biggest takeaways from today. Number one, wait, before I go on, are you guys getting some value tonight? I freaking
I
hope
saw
so.
a lot of comments that people were saying, wow, this is a lot of great information. So I'm going to assume yes. Yeah, you're getting a lot of yeses.
You guys, are you satisfied? Give me some hearts, give me some exclamations. I want to see you guys chatting. So here's a recap of everything we just talked about. Mastering organic is the number one thing you need to do. Start conversations, book appointments, do appointments. Then you need to get your ads running when you're ready using what we just showed you. If you need help with that, I'll talk to you how you can get some help here in a second if that's okay with you. And then also focusing on following up, booking, and rebooking appointments. That's literally how to take your business to 6 figures or higher this year. That's all you have to do.